Is the screen visible to all of you? Is the screen visible to all of you? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, let us start. As I told you, diagrammatic graphic presentation in the Unit 2, Chapter 5, we are continuing. Under that, today we have subdivided circles or pie diagrams. This is the information that we have to complete now today. What do you mean by this subdivided circles or pie diagrams? Say, for example, subdivided bars. We can also have subdivided circle diagrams. The nature of data being different segments. The nature of data being different segments or sectors of the circles. For example, if you take a circle, in that circle, on the basis of the data, on the basis of the characteristics of the data, the circle will be segmented. I told you in the previous class. The data once we give as per the variables of the data, that will be segregated. That means the sections will be divided within the circle. So such diagrams are called circular, or you can call it as angular, or also you can call it as sectoral diagrams. This will be called as sectoral diagrams also, because as I mentioned you just now, in one circle, different sections can be provided on the basis of the characteristics of the data. What do you mean by the characteristics of the data? For example, population, if you take population, there are different sections. Income wise, we can segregate, and age wise, we can segregate, literacy wise, we can segregate, and you know, the employment wise, you can segregate, caste wise, you can segregate, religion wise, you can segregate, like that. If you can, so whatever requirements that you have, you need to show it in the circle, in the pie chart. If you can give the data, then the circle will be segmented accordingly, according to the given data. So that is why it is called as sectorial diagrams. It will be called as sectorial diagrams, or angular, or you can call it as circular. That is about the meaning. They are popularly known as pie charts. That is what I told you just now. Pie charts. It's nothing but what is that? It's a circle. In that circle, different sections can be shown. How you can show different sections? On the basis of given data. The given data, say for example, there are 4 characteristics in the given data. What are those 4 characteristics? Say for example, they say for example, caste wise, education wise, age wise, literacy wise. If it is there, you can take it accordingly. You can segregate it accordingly. That is why it is called, in one pie chart, different sections can be provided on the basis of given data's characteristics. That is one thing. Next, you have a pie diagram is drawn by dividing circle into sectors. That's what I told you. Sectors, different sectors. How many sectors? That all depends upon the given data. Characteristics, demographic characteristics, and other characteristics. Demographic characteristics means personal characteristics, their income, age, and all that. And other characteristics means if there is any problem regarding that problem, some questions are asked, then it will be other sections. Like that also you can segment the circle. So that is why dividing circle into sectors such that these sectors have areas or central angles, what I told you in the previous a few minutes back. Angles proportional to different quantities. Different quantities means all the quantities in the circle, all segments in the circle will not be the same. Some may be more, some may be less. So which are to be compared, you can compare from one section to another section. In the pie chart, the different sections, what I told you, is shown can be compared. This can be done with the help of a protractor. Now, the grand total is equal to 360 degrees. It is natural. A pie chart, how many degrees it consists? 360 degrees. Out of these 360 degrees only, all sections, for example, you have given 10 sections. Even 10 sections also can be provided in one pie chart. But the only thing is you have to take size, a bigger size. If you take a smaller size of pie chart, if you give more inputs, more variables if you give, then it is not possible. You cannot, it is not visible. So that is why when the variables are increasing, the pie chart size also must be increased. Then only we can identify different variables in one pie chart. That is what I have to tell you. Then how many degrees each component will get. So each component and each variable, there are, depends upon the number of variables. There are 5 variables, say for example. Depends upon the variable measure. Again, you have the measurement of the variable. If the variable measurement is bigger, say for example, one variable is maximum 70%, another variable is 10%, another variable is 10%, another variable 10%, say for example. Naturally, 70% variable, whatever is there, it is a huge one. So in the pie chart, huge amount or huge place it occupies. So you can it can be visible more than the other sections of the chart, pie chart. So that is why what I'm telling you, if there are more sections, if you want to incorporate in one diagram, one pie chart, the size of the pie chart should be more, then only you can visible it, you can identify it. Even the smaller sections also can be identified easily. Otherwise you cannot identify, because if you take smaller amount of the pie chart. So that is the point. Now next you have the next one. One minute. Yes, there is a formula for this. What is this formula? 360 divided by 360 divided by grand total into component value. Then you will get number of degrees that component will get. Component in the sense you can call it as variable. So as I told you, the total pie chart is equivalent to 360 degrees. Now you have to take the 360, because whatever number of variables you give or you incorporate, you want to show in a pie chart, that all will be adjusted in 360 degrees only. Why? Because the total, how many degrees are there? 360. So whatever number of components that you give, that all those components, whether 10, 25, 3, 2 or 20, 15, any number of components you give, but all those components has to be adjusted in that 300 degrees only. So that is why 360 divided by grand total divided into component value. Component value you have to be given. So then you will get number of degrees that component will get. Each component, how many degrees it consists. Later you can convert it into percentage also. So that is very important. Next you have, in the given problem, we have to make these calculations and then draw the diagrams. It may be shaded or colored, each component differently. For identification purpose, you can give colors, you can give for the sectors, for the segments or for the components, you can give different colors also. That's what I mentioned in the previous class. I told you, for each sector, if you can give a different color or shades, then what happens? It can be easily identified. For identification purpose, can be given different colors or different, the shades also can be given. If only one pie diagram is drawn, the radius of the circle can be anything depending on availability of the space. That's what I'm telling you. If you want to give more components, more variables, if you want to show in one diagram, for example, 10, 15, that's what I mentioned. If more variables, if you want to show it, the size of the pie chart must be bigger. Why should we increase the size of the pie chart? Because if you want to, because you are giving more variables, more components you want to incorporate, you want to give the data. So in that case, for identification purpose, you need to expand the size of the chart so that you can easily visible, the components can be easily visible in the pie chart. So that is why on the basis of the components, on the basis of variables, the pie chart size has to be decided. That is one thing. If one pie diagram is drawn, the radius of the circle can be anything depending on availability of the space. That's what I told you. If two or more pie charts have to be drawn for comparison, then their radius must be in proportion of the totals. So proportionately you have to take. That is what here you have to understand. Next you have, see for example here, one for an example purpose, for better understanding, I have given you here subdivided circles or pie diagrams. Under that only, in the previous subdivided bar diagrams only. So here there are two things we have: oats, bars, barley, wheat. Three things, three food grains we have taken. So oats are given color. What color? Green color. Barley has given red color. Wheat is given blue color. So that means you can understand here, whatever shade is there here, I am moving the cursor, blue shade, all this portion belongs to wheat in the first shade. And here the red shade belongs to barley and green shade belongs to oats. Like that, all the other bars also. That is one thing. Next you have for understanding purpose. Now let us take an example so that you can understand in a better way. See what is the example here I have given you. See here on the monitor, I am moving the cursor, you just say observe it. Example, a family budget is as follows: food rupees 240, clothing 100 rupees, house rent rupees 120, fuel and lighting rupees 36, and the 36 and recreation 24 rupees, transportation 48, insurance and savings 32, education 70, and miscellaneous 50 rupees. Like that, the expenditure is segmented like this. Now what we have to do is, this information, expenditure information, should be shown in the bar diagram here, pie chart here. Okay, I am moving the cursor, you just follow. This is the pie chart. In this pie chart, how many are there? Food 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 components are given. All these 9 components we have to incorporate in this bar diagram. How? I told you about the formula. In the previous slide, I have told you about the formula. What is that? Total 360 degrees divided by total into component value. That I told you. Accordingly, we have to take it. 240. For example, here, total if you add 240, 100, 123, 36, these are all expenditures that is given in the problem. If these all if you add, then it will be equal to 720. Now, here according to the diagram, according to the degrees of each component, if you want to calculate, then what above in the above I told you the formula. According to that formula, 360 divided by total of the total expenditure or total variable, total components total amount of the components is 720. 360 divided by 720 and into each variable. What is, say, for example, first variable food 240. 360 divided by 720 into 240. Then you will get 120. Similarly, 360 divided by 720 into second component 100. Then you will get 50 degrees. Then 360 divided by 720 into 36. Like that, if you go on do all these for all these components, you will get component-wise degrees. You will get component-wise degrees. For example, food. How many components how many degrees you got for food component? 120 degrees. And then clothing. How many degrees you got? 50 degrees. For house rent, 60 degrees you got. Fuel and light, 18 degrees you got. And recreation, 12 degrees. Transportation, 24 degrees. Insurance and savings, 16 degrees. Education, 35 degrees. Miscellaneous, 25 degrees. If you add all these degrees, then it should be equal to 360 degrees. What is this 360 degrees? Total degrees of the pie chart or a circle. So that is why component wise you have to calculate the degrees. You have to divide the circle according to component wise like this. I repeat the formula once again. What is the formula I given? How these component, how these degrees have come component wise? This is the formula. On the basis of this formula, component wise degrees we have calculated. What is the formula I told you? 360 divided by 720. What is the 720? Expenditure, total expenditure 720. So 360 is the total degrees of the circle. 360 divided by 720 into each component measure. What is the first component measure? 240. 240 you take. And the second component, when you calculate second component, 100 you have to take. When you calculate third component, 120 you have to take. Like that, if you calculate, then you will get each component degrees you will get. After completion of each component degrees, then you add all the components degrees. If you add, it will be equal to 360 degrees. That is very important. Now, according to this, 1 minute, according to this, what you need to do, this 360 degrees, here it is, then I am moving cursor, just follow. This is the circle. In this circle, this is 360. In this 360, 120, this portion is there now. This is 120. 120, what is this? Here we have given the plotted, blank, clothing, all these things we have given. Now here, white is mentioned. This is related to food. So food is greater than all the remaining all the components. Food is greater. How much? 120 degrees. So that is why 120 degrees we have taken like this. And after that, what is the biggest one? 60 degrees. What is this 60 degrees? 60 degrees is house rent. House rent is plotted like this. If you can see the textbook, you can understand in a better way. This diagram is from the textbook only I have taken. So house rent is plotted like this. Similarly, all the components, food, clothing, house rent, fuel and light, recreation, transport, all miscellaneous, all these according to the degrees, you have to divide the circle. You have to divide the circle like this. Then what happens? This will be completed. So this is how you have to mention in the how you have to prepare the pie chart with the given components. How many components are given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 components are given. So all these 9 components, expenditures are different from one component to another component. The measurements are different. That is why on the basis of measurement, we need to calculate the degrees out of 360. Then whatever component expenditure is more, naturally that component will get more degrees. Then accordingly, once degrees you determine, calculate, and on the basis of degrees comes to the components, you have to divide the circle accordingly, so that the problem will be over. Like that, the pie chart is to be calculated, or pie chart is to be designed. Now, what is the important aspect in this total? Important aspect is formula. Once you have the formula, once you know the formula, then the pie chart, creation of pie chart is not at all a problem. What is the formula? I repeat once again because we are moving to next slide. What is the formula? Formula is number of degrees to be allotted. That is 360 is fixed. And this 720 divided by 720 is, for this problem, it is 720. For next problem, say for example, other problem is given. There are also 6 components, all put together 400 is the, if you get 400, then 360 by 400 you have to write. So the total amount of the expenditure, the total value of the measurement of the components are to be taken, and 360 divided by the total measurement of the components, all components, into each component measurement. Then only you will get that each component measurement degrees you will get. So once you get the degrees, then you can accordingly divide this circle on the base of degrees that you ascertained. Okay, like that. This is about the important this thing. Next you have example, pie diagram. Pie diagram, expenditure. What is this? Just observe on the monitor. Pie diagram to represent the following data: food, clothing, rent, medical, other expenses. Total 1440. So average expenditure per annum in 2014, 2 years are given, 2014 and 2016. So food 644 in 2014, 945 in 16, 200, 322, 420, 525, 80, like that, all is given. 400 to 2014, the total expenditure, average expenditure per annum has come to 1,440. Here in 2016, 2,520. This is the problem. Now this problem is to be depicted, is to be calculated in this way. The solution is that we have two sets of data. What is given? 2014 and 2016. The radius of the two circles must be in proportion of 1440, 2520. So radius means the how much space that we require. Radius is 1440 is for one diagram, and another diagram that you require 2520. Now that is why if you square it, that is square root of 1440 is equal to, it comes to 37.95, and square root of 2520 is equal to 50.20. Now take 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter is equal to 10. 1 centimeter width, 1 centimeter size, you have to treat as 10. For 10, you have to take 1 centimeter. Like that, you have to take the criteria. The radius will be approximately 3.8 centimeters and 5 centimeters. 3.8 centimeters for first diagram and 5 centimeters for second diagram, or this can be called a 1.9 and 1.9 and 2.5 centimeters. Like that, you have to do it. Now let us continue this like this. 2014, when you segregate this food, this is food, and clothing, rent is given like this. And 2016, according to the previous table, whatever information is given on the basis of that, again has to put like this, because for previous table 2014 values are different, 2016 values are different. Because of the values, values, automatically what happens, the segments of the diagram also will be different. The sections of the diagrams also will be different, because the measurement will be vary from one section to one parameter, one component to another component. So like that is why. So pie chart is very useful. What purpose? It is useful in the cases where comparison among components, parts, and aggregate desired. So this pie chart can easily be used for comparison purpose. For example, if you take this pie chart, the second one, 2016, here this portion is very huge than other portions. So huge portion is this one. So like that, you can compare from one portion to another portion. For one component to another component, you can easily compare. So the comparison will be easy according to the pie charts. That is the benefit or advantage when you use the pie chart for the data and data incorporation. Next, if you go to the next one, yes, this much. So this is about the today's subdivided circles or pie diagrams. Okay.